So, my sweet potatoes, most of them now are growing. This one's the best. Stems out of them with leaves. They've all got roots, like lots of roots on them. I'm doing this like Hollis and Nancy on Hollis's video that he did. I'm letting them sit here, and I should be able to take each of the slips and actually plant those. So I'll have lots of sweet potatoes that I can plant out of these. A couple of them, they're not doing much of anything on the backside, but I'm not going to worry about that because I think I've got quite a few that are really doing good. So anyhow, do an update on these later. Well, it's not everything I wanted to get done today, but it's a start. I was able to get all the grass pretty much out of here on the first run of the tiller, and then I got down pretty far over here and this way, run into a couple big rocks. Still got to rake out the grass over there. That's a stack of dirt for putting in here, organic matter, whatever you want to call it, soil. I've got to till that area and this area with that soil mixed into it, but I got cut short today with the rain, and the tiller wasn't running right earlier. I had to tear it apart and figure out what was going on with it, but there it is, the work for the day. We'll be back at it. It's calling for rain pretty much the rest of this week. I think we have one day with no rain out of the 5-day work week. But anyhow, looks like there'll be no gardening done today. This is supposedly going to be a real good storm coming through. It's going to roll through quick, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. And as you can tell, thunder already going on. Chickens don't seem to be too concerned just yet, but they'll scramble for cover here shortly. So a little rain never hurt anybody, although it does make for a muddy mess when you're trying to put in a ground garden. We've had a couple days of rain, like steady rain. I don't think there was but maybe a couple minutes where it didn't rain. Heavy to light. So I'm gonna see if I can start tilling up in here if it's gonna be too muddy. What I'm wanting to do, I've already gotten part of that area done over there. Let me go ahead and swing the camera and show everybody where I'm wanting to go with it. So over there, and I'm wanting to come all the way almost to our compost pile. I don't know if you can see I've got 2 poles in the ground where I want to go pretty much up to. So we're going to start back over here, and I've also had to move my pile of dirt out of my way, but But we're gonna go back over this way and we're gonna start tilling from south to north. And hopefully it'll work. Because my vegetables that I want to plant, my pumpkin that I want to plant, cantaloupe, pumpkin, you know, fruit and vegetables that I'm trying to plant out here, they're going to die if I can't get them in the ground. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So we've had fun today. I was able to finish tilling this entire section, and I tilled in all the topsoil mixture, the organic mixture that I wanted to put in, other than 3 bags. I ran out of fuel on the tiller. I'll have to get some fuel. But I can now plant the rest of the garden here. Hopefully we get a chance to do that in the next few days. So we're supposedly going to get rain on and off for the next week. These are all the rocks that have been tossed out of this area so far, and there's a whole bunch more on the back side there that I pulled out. So good times. All right, so got everything out of the cold frame box other than basil. I've got about 1.5 rows of the Sweet Baby watermelon, 2 rows of the crimson watermelon here, and in between I have the summer squash, 1 row. I've got more room down here. I'm going to put in the corn over here on that end. I thought about putting sunflowers over here. It's real close to the raised bed, so the sunflowers are going to go on this end over here on this side. It'll be more in the sunlight anyhow, so that should work out. I'm going to have a lot of room here in the garden, so I'll probably do a little more. I do have the sweet potatoes and the golden potatoes to plant as well, so that'll be going in here in a section as well. That's it for today though. Having that tiller really helps out, but with the ground being muddy, mucky, messy, it's not easy. I just figured I had to get this end done. I've been waiting and waiting to do it for warmer weather and for drier weather. it just wasn't happening, so I just did it. Hopefully, with the rain coming tomorrow, they'll be okay. I've still got to put in T-posts and a fencing to keep any animals out of there at some point. Alright, so these are the radish. They are more than ready to come out. If I remember right, it's 52 days to harvest from the time you plant. And we've gone about a week and a half over that, if not 2 weeks. As you can tell, they're very ready. So I'm just going to start pulling them out. Got me a little bucket here. Let's see what we get. Nice. Alright, so got a bucket full of good ones and a handful of little teeny not so good. Pigs should be enjoying these. Okay, so there's the harvest of radish. Pretty good, I'd say, for what was planted. And that's ones I probably could have left in a little longer. They're kind of small. One of them looks like it was eaten on a little bit, but anyhow, I think for the first time trying to grow radish, I did pretty good. And we'll wait a little longer, see how the cucumbers come along and everything else that's planted over there. And then of course I've got the ground garden in now, so we'll see. We'll let these sit out now and dry up and put them away. These will go to Wilma and Pork Chop today, and these I'll give to them periodically throughout the week. So that's about it for the update.